Why, hello, beautiful mamas. Today I am sharing 5 tips to make your pregnancy feel really nice. Now, pregnancy is magical, but let's be real, it's also pretty exhausting. So in today's video, we are taking some inspiration from the world of Hygge. That is the Danish art of coziness, and translating it into practical tips to make your pregnancy feel warm, nurturing, and oh so comfortable. And if we are meeting for the first time, I'm Marie, and this channel is all about holistic tips for a happier and healthier pregnancy, birth, and postpartum. And if that sounds good to you, make sure you click on that subscribe button. It really helps. Okay, let's jump in. Number 1 is to soak up the warmth. The Hygge inspiration is warm lighting and warm temperatures, creating this really cozy and inviting atmosphere. Our pregnancy translation, picture this: a nightly warm bath, flickering candles, and Epsom salts to soothe those aching muscles. Now, the Epsom salts are a really key piece because they contain magnesium and sulfate, and you need a lot of that right now. Magnesium is an essential mineral that supports a bunch of body functions, including muscle relaxation, nerve function, and energy production. So that's key. And magnesium is also known to reduce inflammation, ease stress, reduce nausea, and promote a more restful sleep. So, all good things. The other mineral is sulfate, and that is a super important one for detoxification and the metabolism of proteins and enzymes. Basically, it helps your body flush toxins and improves nutrient absorption. And it helps your skin, which is really important when your skin is doing all that stretching. Not only does this nightly ritual help your body to relax, but it also gives you a little me time. And when you're growing a human, you deserve those moments of zen. Now, pro tip to really up the coziness: swap out any blue white lights for warm toned lamps and string lights. And if you have real candles, they're awesome. Opt for the scented kind with those pure essential oils in a calming aroma like lavender or wild orange. And battery-operated candles are also a great way to create that Hygge glow without having to worry about an open flame. And put all together, the cozy atmosphere can really help you wind down for a better sleep, something that every mama-to-be needs more of. And for safety, just remember to keep that bath water temperature warm, not hot. So how warm exactly? Now, the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists advises pregnant women to keep the water temperature at 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, if you're somewhere that uses Celsius like me, that is 37.8 degrees Celsius. Now, you can go cooler if you like, but 100 degrees Fahrenheit is really lovely. And a nightly warm bath is the perfect cozy bedtime ritual. And speaking of rituals, that brings us to idea number 2, which is embracing gentle rituals. The Hygge inspiration is that slow, meaningful rituals like journaling or sipping tea, it grounds us in the present. So for your pregnancy translation, I'm going to invite you to ease into your day rather than starting your day by springing into action or checking email. That is a surefire way to start your day with stress, as I'm sure you have done and I've done too. Instead, I want you to think about easing in. Maybe it's writing in a pregnancy journal or practicing some deep breathing or, spending a few moments meditating. These moments are also great early in the morning for connecting with babe. And to help you create your very own morning ritual, I've got a little gift for you. I've created a personalized morning self-care practice that you can get for absolutely free just by following the link under the video. It is simple, it is powerful, it only takes a couple minutes. Everybody's got 3 minutes to just lie in bed and start your day feeling calm and energized. It makes a huge difference. Plus, I've also thrown in 10 ways to connect with your baby prenatally so you can really deepen your bond. And I'm sure you're gonna love it, so remember to check it out after this video. All right, on to number 3, which is all about savoring. Now, the Hygge inspiration here is about enjoying small, mindful treats. And our pregnancy translation is to make your treats as satisfying and as nourishing as possible. And there are kind of like 2 parts to this. The first is about savoring. That's the act of really, really enjoying what you're eating. So instead of just mindlessly eating some chips in front of the TV, pause the show and truly taste that chip. Like, savor it, enjoy it. And then part 2 is about swapping the treat for a nutritional upgrade. So for example, if you love chips, you could swap them for pork rinds. Now hear me out. Pork rinds are similar in salt and fat content, but they have a big advantage because they are super rich in collagen, and collagen is key to building bones. Helpful when you are creating an entirely new skeleton from scratch. Now, if you have a sweet tooth, here is your nutritional upgrade. Opt for desserts that are rich, but not too sweet. This is important because we want the healthy fats. They are key for optimal nutrition, and we want to keep the blood sugar levels really nice and stable. So a full fat yogurt topped with delicious fruits and nuts, or a rich cheesecake, or a piece of dark chocolate, like rich dark chocolate. And if you want more nutritionally boosting dessert ideas that are low on sugar, but high on taste, high on satisfaction for your mouth, and you don't have to eat very much because they taste so good, check out, I have a great resource down below. I've got healthy desserts recipes. It's in my Optimal Fuel Guide for Pregnancy. You'll find all the details down below. Okay, number 4 is to surround yourself with nature. The Hygge inspiration here is about taking comfort from the natural world. The pregnancy translation is to get outside and to add greenery to your indoor environment. So let's talk about that first one. There are some serious health benefits when we go outside. So based on the research on nature therapy, there are all these good things that happen in our bodies and in our minds when we're out in nature. It reduces stress, cortisol levels drop, it boosts the immune system function, and it increases this natural killer cell activity. And it enhances your resistance to invaders. It lowers your blood pressure, helps to regulate your heart and prevent hypertension. It improves your mood, reduces anxiety, depression, and even other negative emotions. It improves your focus, your creativity, your attention, your cognitive function, all super helpful when you got baby brain. And it supports a better sleep, reducing nighttime wakefulness, and improves the quality of your sleep. It also decreases the inflammation. So all of these things are so key for feeling good during pregnancy. Now, if you happen to be watching this video in the summertime, I feel like being outside is pretty easy. But right now, when I'm recording it, it's early February. It is freezing here. And you might not know this about me, but I live on the Canadian prairies in Saskatchewan. This is a part of the world where it routinely hits -20 and -30 during the winter. It is literally -28 outside right now. And that is before the wind chill factor. So I get the struggle, but here's something that's really important to know. When we are talking about having the best, healthiest pregnancy possible, we know that we need to support the mitochondria. That's the little powerhouses in each cell. And something that does wonders for the mitochondria is changing our temperature. So when we go outside and we either get warm or we get cold, that actually sends a message to our mitochondria to function better. And that is a key component, like really root key component to thriving during pregnancy. Plus, when we're outside, we're often moving our bodies and getting exercise. So I want to give you a few tips for going outside in the winter. First of all, you need to bundle up so that you can be okay, even if it's really, really cold. And that's what I do when I walk my dog every day. I use these ski goggles so that the 50K winds that we sometimes get aren't biting in my eyes. Now, my second big tip is to add ice grippers to your shoes. These are not just for old people. They are absolutely crucial if you live anywhere where there is snow and ice. Pregnancy makes it a little bit harder to balance because your center of gravity is actually changing. And you really want to feel stable when you're stepping outside. And there are these little ice grippers that just fit comfortably over any kinds of shoes or boots. I just leave them on my hikers, and those are my going outside shoes. With those on, you can be stable even if you hit a patch of ice. And sometimes, we need that little bit of cold to get really nice and cozy after, so that when we come back in and we have that little, we have that nice warm cup of tea and we're snuggled under those blankets, and maybe we've got like a magic bag sitting on our feet, it's like so much more satisfying because we got cold first. It's kind of like the hot cold therapy, but like gentle for pregnancy. And if you are finding that you want to stay active, you want to move your body, but you're just not doing it, then I encourage you to check out my Bloomful community. This is a pregnancy community, and so often making these changes and motivating yourself to do these good things that you know are good for you, it is so much easier to do when you have a community supporting you and holding you accountable. So if that sounds like something that would help, go ahead and just click on the link below. You'll find all of the information. Okay, so being out in nature is ideal, but even bringing nature into our houses and microdosing nature has proven benefits. Now, this could mean enjoying the view from your window, or even a small houseplant or fresh flowers can brighten your mood and make your space feel more nurturing and cozy. All right, number 5 is all about creating a soft place to land. Now, the Hygge inspiration is that the Danes love their homes to be this really nurturing space of comfort, both from a physical and an emotional perspective. So our pregnancy translation is to set up your home so that it is a soft place to land after a long work day. And I mean this physically by layering soft textures like blankets and pillows to just create this cocoon of comfort. But I also mean it emotionally. Now, emotionally, this is a bit easier in your princess pregnancy because that's your first pregnancy when you don't have to worry about anyone else, and no guilt if you're in the princess pregnancy right now. I want you to just soak it up. But if you have little ones at home, making a cozy energy restoring ritual when you get home from work is so important. Or just when you're finished the sort of work day before you kind of enter into the dinner time routine. So maybe you grab a cushy pillow and you just settle into your favorite place on the couch and you curl up with a storybook or your toddler's favorite TV shows, and you just give yourself 20 minutes to land softly. Bonus points if it's by a window with natural light. And my wish for each of you watching is that the people that you live with help provide that soft landing so that if you've had a rough day, you'll know that you're coming home to comfort. I encourage you to use that idea of cocooning or a soft place to land for bedtime too. Full permission, hog all the pillows. Because, especially as your body changes shape, you need that support between your legs and under your belly to keep yourself really comfortable. And that giant pregnancy pillow might look kind of silly, especially at the beginning of pregnancy, but let me tell you, they are so worth it for a better sleep. Now, to sum up, Hygge is all about making small, thoughtful changes to everyday life to create peace and happiness. And for you, you're going to use these 5 principles to make your pregnancy feel really, really nice. So number 1 is to soak up the warmth. Number 2 is to embrace gentle rituals. Number 3 is all about savoring simple indulgences. Number 4, surround yourself with nature. And number 5, create a soft place to land. By incorporating these Hygge-inspired ideas, you can turn your pregnancy into a season of comfort, joy, and deep connection to yourself, your baby, and your environment. So remember, even though it can be intense, this time is precious. Your baby will never be this close to your heart again. So embrace the cozy moments. Let them nurture you from the inside out. And I am so curious, which of these ideas will you try first? And are there any you are already doing? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget, please like, subscribe for more tips. Now let's talk about how to actually get your energy up. In the next video, I'm gonna share simple science-based ways to fight the pregnancy fatigue and feel more like yourself again. So click here, keep on watching. You don't want to miss this. I'll see you over there. And in the meantime, stay warm and take care, mama.